Hey, Facebook friends.
And family.
And family. So, what are we going to talk about? Let's see.
We're always on here talking about the Hilo.
We are. We're always talking about the Hilo, where it is our flagship product here at World Global Network. For those of you that don't know us, my name is Sam Melquist with my lovely wife Leah here. We're diamonds at World Global Network, and like Leah said, we're always talking about the Hilo.
Yeah.
It is a great product, but we're here to talk about something new, different, something that we're excited about. What is it? Do we have a drum roll? Can we do a drum roll? All right, what is it? It is called the Biozen.
Yeah.
What is it, and why do we need it, Leah?
Yeah. So Biozen, it's another product that we've always had at World Global Network, but the Hilo is just always taken the limelight because it's such an amazing product. I mean, it's been on the news so much lately. But I really think, and there's a lot of talk that this Biozen chip is, and this kind of stuff, this whole topic is going to be a lot in the news here in the very near future.
Huge.
Yeah. So to kind of set the stage a little bit, we know that we're more plugged in than ever before in history. Now that our phones are so multifunctional, and there are, obviously they're a communication tool, there are calendars, our weather, our maps, they're everything. There are friends. They're how we keep in contact. I mean, we're always on them. So it's kind of a joke. People always talk how your phone's never away from you, kind of thing.
And also, I want to interrupt you here. How many times have you guys left the house and you forgot your cell phone and you're doing this and you panic and you got to run all the way back home because you cannot go a full day without that cell phone, right?
Yeah, we're just very dependent on it, and so they're by us. And same with tablets. Like now, there's so many different kinds of tablets, and point being, we're more plugged in than we've ever before been, and so they're starting to do more and more research on what is the cumulative effect of something called electromagnetic radiation on the human body. And as they're doing more and more research on it, and it's not new, this research isn't new, it's just not that widely talked about yet, but I think that's starting to change a lot, and it's actually very well known in Asian countries. This is common knowledge that it's not good, all this electromagnetic frequencies that are in our environment. And so it's just like now we're just starting to pay attention a little bit more, and because this technology company that we're a part of, it's very forward thinking. So we have something called the Biozen chip. And to kind of give you an example or put it into perspective with your phone. So from your phone, there's something called low-grade electromagnetic frequencies that come out of your phone. And there's gradients to them. So there's peaks and valleys and gaps, and it's that uneven gradient that when it comes in contact with your body, it elicits a stress response, essentially. It can damage your DNA, it lowers your immunity, it can cause lots of negative stuff that elicits stress response inside of your body. So kind of to give
For sure, yeah. And a better example of that, let's say you're in a car, right, and you're going from 0 to 100, but you go at a very gradual pace, very slow. It takes you a while to get there. You're not gonna notice it. It's not gonna have a negative stress on your body. Now you take that same 0 to 100, and let's say you're on a roller coaster and you have the ups and downs and the turns and twists, and you're at a very abrupt changes. That's gonna have a high impact of stress. So that's just another analogy to kind of give you the difference of something where it's very gradual to very abrupt and what that can do to your body.
Yeah, so the gradual is when those peaks and valleys are smoothed out. So that's what the Biozen does, basically. It's scientifically and medically proven. There's many studies, and there's actually a governing body that goes over this that absolutely is checked, yes, it does this, it absolutely does this. So it takes that electromagnetic field and all those peaks and valleys and gradients, it smooths them out. So it doesn't necessarily take away that electromagnetic field, it just makes it so it no longer elicits the stress response on the body.
Creates it safer.
Yeah, and some of the symptoms of being like in chronic electrosmog and being really like plugged in, headaches, like chronic headaches, migraines. Actually, they said like it can lead to depression, insomnia, burning eyes, and like I said, a weakened immune system. So like this is a big deal. And a lot of times we just equate some of this stuff to like, oh, I'm not feeling well, and I've been really tired lately. I'm like, Biozen chip. So it's pretty cool that this can actually do this, and that we're one of the first companies to bring something like this to market again.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you use them? Well, it's really easy. It's like on the back of the phone here. What?
Jim says, what is going on here? Go back to the beginning. It'll explain.
Watch it from the beginning, Jim. So yeah, you take your Biozen sticker chip and you put it on the back of cell phones, iPads,
See, it's right there.
your Wi-Fi routers, anything that gives off that electromagnetic radiation. So that's all it is. You put it on there, and that'll help, like Leah said, smooth everything out and keep that from happening. So another thing is like our kids, right? Like how many of your kids are on iPads and tablets and whatnot? I know my little 5-year-old Charlie he'll always come down at early in the morning and snuggle into my bed, and he'll grab my phone. He's like, "Can we watch cartoons?" And that's kind of our little thing in the morning. Have like a 5-10 minute.
It's our thing.
She's still sleeping from the night before. Trust me. So yeah, and what do? We just we stick it right up by our head. We're on our phones. It's right by. Everything is just so in close proximity of it. So. And with our kids, I mean, just the developing stages of their brain, their bodies, everything like that.
And even more sensitive to it, for sure.
Right.
And so, yeah, how the chip is, it's actually just 2 thin sheets of plastic, and then the circuits are on the inside of it, and it's just that those smooth out the gradients, essentially, and just make it, again, so it's not harmful to the body. And yeah, they go in all of your different electronic devices. And what's cool is there's no expiration date. So once you put it on, you don't have to say good for 6 months. It's good forever.
Well, we say there's no expiration date, but I like to say there is. If you have like a 5 or 6-year-old boys like we have, and they want to peel the sticker off because kids love stickers, then it'll have an expiration date. But other than that,
as long as it's stuck to the device, it's not going to wear out.
Then you're good to go.
One time you can put it on and you're good to go there. So that's kind of cool too.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Biozen. You can we'd love to help anybody out connecting you with some Biozen. It's really a cool product, and again, I just love being able to share something brand new again with the world.
And something that's healthy. That's Leah.
Healthy.
That's Leah. I think your middle name is Healthy.
Okay, so thanks for listening, guys. Until next time, have a blessed night. Finish.